You think Nespresso and Keurig make their money selling you the coffee machine. The sleek little espresso maker that costs less than a nice dinner. The countertop brewer they practically give away on Black Friday. You think the machine is the product, it isn't. The machine is the bait. The business is the little sealed capsule it's built to swallow. The one pod that fits, that only they sell, that you'll buy a few at a time for years. The money was never in the machine, it's in the coffee. Here's how it looks from the outside. You want good espresso at home, you buy a machine. The machine is a physical object, metal, plastic, a pump, a heating element, and it sits on your counter doing a job. So the obvious story is the one every appliance seems to tell. The company designs the device, builds it, marks it up, sells it to you. One clean transaction. You paid for the machine is theirs to profit on. And the prices reinforce that idea. By pointing the opposite way. Pod machines are often strikingly cheap. Entry models go for well under $100, and retailers discount them hard around the holidays, sometimes bundling free pods just to move them. If you were selling machines to make money, you would not give them away. So either this is a brutal, low-margin appliance fight, or, just like the printer last time, the machine was never where the profit was hiding. In fact, Nespresso barely behaves like a machine company at all. Many Nespresso machines are made and sold by other appliance brands. Names like DeLonghi, Krups, Brender license. Nespresso, owned by Nestlé, lets other companies handle a lot of the hardware. Think about what that tells you. If the machine were the prize, you'd hold onto it tightly. Nespresso lets the machines spread far and wide. Because every machine sold, by whoever sells it, is one more household that can only buy one thing, Nespresso's capsules. So where does the money really come from? The capsule. Nespresso, the capsule brand, is a multi-billion franc business for Nestlé. Its sales have been reported in the order of 6 billion Swiss francs a year. That revenue is overwhelmingly coffee, little aluminum pods sold a sleeve at a time, not machines. The hardware seeds the base. The capsule is the business. Keurig is the same shape, drawn in American coffee. Keurig is part of Keurig Dr Pepper, and in its filings the company reports a coffee business built around two things: brewers and K-cup pods. The brewers are sold at low margin to grow the installed base. The pods are the recurring, higher margin product that base buys forever. The company has been open that the brewer's job is to expand pod consumption. The machine isn't the sale. The machine is the customer acquisition cost for a lifetime of pods. And here's the number that should stop you. Measured by the pound, pod coffee is some of the most expensive coffee on earth. Consumer analyses have estimated single-serve pods at roughly $30 to $50 per pound equivalent, against a few dollars a pound for the very same coffee bought as ground beans in a bag. You are not really buying coffee. You are buying coffee measured into a proprietary container that only your machine accepts, and paying many times the price of the beans for the privilege. So why does this hold? Why don't you just use any pod, or go back to ground coffee? Because the system is built so the machine and the capsule are a matched pair. Nespresso has run more than one capsule system. Its Vertuo line, for example, reads a barcode printed on the rim of each capsule and uses it to set how the machine brews. That's a technical handshake between the machine you own and the capsule the company sells. Keurig years ago rolled out brewers with technology that limited which pods would work in them. A move that drew loud consumer backlash and a wave of press coverage. The companies framed these systems around quality and the right brew. The effect, either way, is the same: your machine is happiest, or only works, with the maker's own pods now layer on patents. For years, the pod designs were patent protected, which kept cheaper rivals out. As key patents expired and compatible third-party pods appeared, the incumbents didn't shrug. They leaned harder on branding new formats and updated systems like Vertuo. You don't defend something that hard unless it's the thing making the money. They were never really defending the machine. They were defending the capsule. Put it together and you get the printer's trick, served hot. A cheap or even licensed-out machine spreads into millions of kitchens. Each machine accepts essentially one kind of capsule. The capsule is small, recurring, and priced far above the coffee inside it. You make one decision, which machine, and then you make the same small purchase over and over for years at a price the system owner sets. Razor and blades, in aluminum and espresso, the brewer is the razor. And the recurring shape is exactly why these businesses are so prized. A machine sale happens once. A pod habit happens every single morning. Multiply one household's daily capsule across millions of households across years, and the coffee dwarfs the hardware. Which is precisely why the hardware can be cheap, licensed out, even discounted to nothing. The giveaway machine isn't generosity. It's the cost of acquiring a coffee subscription that doesn't call itself one. So here's what Nespresso and Keurig really are. Not appliance makers. Capsule companies that hand out, or license out, the appliance to seed demand for the one consumable only they can sell. The machine on your counter isn't the product you bought. It's the meter that bills you, one pod at a time. And once you see that shape, cheap device, captive refill, you can't unsee it. The printer and its ink, the console and its games, the coffee machine and its pods. The thing they sell you up front is rarely the business. The business is the small, proprietary thing it can't run without. Next time, we walk onto a different kind of lot, where the shiny thing in the window, the car itself, barely makes them a dime. And the real money is signed in the little office in the back. That's the car dealership. And the money is not in the car,